Hey folks, this is Vint with Dad's Gaming Addiction, and today we're going to quickly review Company of Heroes 3. This is a game that you can find on Steam and other places for about 60 bucks or so. I myself picked it up during a 50% off sale. I've been waiting quite a while for a deep sale on this because I wanted to get it day one, but it had mixed reviews, and 60 bucks is a lot of money to be throwing some dice. That being said, I'm a huge fan of Company of Heroes 1 and 2. I played the second one a lot. Although I'm more of a casual player, so keep that in the back of your mind. Also, keep in mind that I had to reduce the graphic settings for this particular video. OBS just wasn't playing nice with this. It was lagging a lot. So the game actually is nicer looking than what is displayed here on video. So that being said, there's a single player and multiplayer mode. Single player has a lot of different options to choose between. You'll also be able to customize your loadout, like the way your profile looks and your units look. There are also some cosmetics, well, mostly cosmetics in the in-game store, as well as battle group. You're going to be earning something called merit points. Unlike the second game, you earn these merit points by completing challenges. Challenges are a daily and a weekly thing. There's like 3 dailies and 3 weeklies, something like that. Whereas in the second one, it was more loot boxes, which kind of sucked, actually. You won a match, for example, in the second one, you got like 1,500, 2,000 points. And if you got enough points, you unlocked a new thing. In this game, it's actually just complete challenges on a daily or weekly basis and earn merit points. And then you can unlock things that way. And I like that better, personally. It keeps me coming back to the game every day. There's also a campaign. There's you can actually select what missions you want to play instead of playing the dynamic campaign. I'll get to that in a little bit. So there's like a mission select. There's also a skirmish mode where, you can easily choose what kind of easy, standard, hard, expert computer player you want to play against. You can have some people on your side, the other side, US forces, British forces, Afrika Korps, and Wehrmacht. Those are the 4 factions in this game. This particular game takes place in the Mediterranean theater in World War II. In the second Company of Heroes, it was like the Eastern Front. That's why the Russians were there. In this game, there are no Russians because this takes place like North Africa, Mediterranean, Italy. And that's, again, the Russians weren't really involved in that. And I think that was 1943-ish. It's been a while since I've had history class, okay? And I know that all ended in 1945 when the war ended, but still. So this takes place around 1943 to 1945 within the Mediterranean North African theater. So, you'll see like Rommel and other, characters you may recognize through history. Anyway, so as far as the gameplay itself, at first glance, it was very similar to Company of Heroes 2. The footage that you're looking at now is actually a replay, so like the UI is not going to be exactly what you're getting. This is all replay footage. But what's cool is that there are some new quality of life features that I discovered over time. It's not something I saw right away. But for example, when I click on a tank, and I look at its UI, like its information, there's like side armor stuff. You'll see like a green bar in the front, yellow bars on the side, and a red bar in the back on the little display. It actually tells you like where their weak spots are. And that's really cool. You can also hear the distinct clang, 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 clang of machine gun fire bouncing off of tanks. Like little audio and visual graphical things like that. That's been overhauled and improved. So like it just sounds better. Everything looks better. So like this is like a Company of Heroes 2.5, if that makes any sense. There's also, whenever you construct a building in this game, in Company of Heroes 2, you had to assign an engineer group to do that. So like in the beginning of the game, you had a choice. Do I send this engineer squad out to capture something? Or do I hang back and build my own structure, with it? Here, buildings are constructed via these NPCs that you can't control. You simply build a building, and NPCs come out, they build it, and that's it. This frees up the rest of your engineer squads or whoever to go out and capture stuff. So that's another quality of life improvement. I like that a lot. Then they go away after they're done. So that's just little side things that I'm noticing as I play. There's also the ability to tow things like there's tank towing and like heavy AT gun towing. There's also battle groups in this game. Like in the second one, you choose one of three like commanders, but in this game it's battle group, and then you will earn these in-game victory, not victory points, but like skill points, whatever, and then you assign those points to the tree that you selected and you unlock it for that match. If you've played the second one, it's very familiar, but in that game it's commanders. In this game it's battle groups. There's also just overall, like, there has been performance optimization. However, I'm still noticing a little bit of lag here and there. There's a lot of options to tone that down if that's a problem for you. There's also this dynamic campaign that I've been messing around with. I haven't gotten too far into it, but what's really cool is that it plays like a top-down, like Civilization, like 4X, where you get to move things around, then you end your turn. You move more things around, you end your turn. Some combat scenarios are handled automatically, and other like mission critical ones are handled manually. You go from this dynamic map to like the actual battlefield and play it out. And again, these battles can be played out in the mission select screen. If you don't want to mess with the side of the dynamic campaign, you can just go into the mission select and choose what major battle you want to play. You can also upgrade units from here. You could do a lot of different things with it. You'll be able to like customize units. You'll be able to unlock new units. You can use various abilities. Like there's a lot here. So I'm really happy about that. I'm really happy with the amount of things that you can do with this dynamic campaign. But again, I really haven't messed around with it too much. But it kind of reminds me of Ultimate General Civil War in the sense that like you do have things to manage in between each battle, and that appeals to me. I love stuff like that. So do I recommend this game? Well, yes, but not at full price. Because the game is similar to Company of Heroes 2, I would wait for a sale. If you're new to the series in general, I would say, maybe pick up Company of Heroes 2 just to see if you like the overall layout of the game. This is a game where squads are super important. There's a lot of micromanagement. There's a cover system, yellow, green, green being the best. And this game is much easier to get into than the recently covered Men at War 2. That game had a lot more things to think about. This game is a bit more arcadey in the way it plays, but at the same time, it's also more visually and audibly striking. So I do recommend this game. However, I'd recommend it on a sale because it is similar to Company of Heroes 2, just with a lot of quality of life improvements. It was on sale before. It'll be on sale again. It's just a matter of time. So just if you miss the current sale, then just wait for the new one. I'm sure there's going to be a new sale at some point. But new players recommend Company of Heroes 2 instead until and just to see if this is something that you would play. Well, this is Vince. Thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all next time. Take care.